Welcome back to another edition of Grizzlies Daily. I'm your host Malik. Pretty quiet day as far as the news. Basically, just a repeat of what we talked about last time. Obviously, Tari Biberovic coming over to the Grizzlies. The potential of that. Well, I mean, we know that it's a strong possibility that that's probably going to happen. He's probably going to transition to the NBA. So that's really everything new that we kind of found out today. Other than that, very quiet day when it comes to news. But I did want to talk about some things. Obviously, the conference finals are going on right now, and the Thunder are up 3 games to 1 on the Timberwolves. But but something I want to talk about from that, and that I feel like Grizzlies fans can kind of take away from it. There's a real problem when it comes to the physicality that's allowed on defense, because and I mentioned this. I watched a clip the other day. One of my guys, shout out to the Run podcast. He basically talked about how, as fan or not, everyone can admit that Shea does over exaggerate his calls. He exaggerates the contact way too much. And it basically it looks ugly for the sport. I can't lie. And a lot of people are like, well, they just need to, well, it's part of the game and stuff like that. It's okay for it to be, it may be part of the game, but that doesn't mean we have to like it. I mean, I vividly remember back in 2018, I didn't like James Harden at all. Like, I was not a fan at all because he would foul bait so much, and it's like, oh my god, there's people that actually play the game like this. Like, let's be for real now. You're coming onto the court to play like this. That's boring. That's annoying. I mean, you go to a rec center. If a guy is playing like that, you're going to get annoyed. So I get where these players are coming from, and clearly, a guy like Anthony Edwards is frustrated with the amount of physicality the amount of physicality that's not allowed on defense. Now, I will say Game 4 was one of the more physical games we've seen in a minute. So it was refreshing to see, hey, not too many calls are being called. I can appreciate this. So that's something, but I mean, it's just a theme we've seen throughout the playoffs where guys will get called for the simplest of fouls against a team like OKC, but and I made a point to this. There's a big drop off in how officials call things for on guys against OKC rather than for OKC. I mean, let's be real. Unless unless Lou Dort is absolutely hacking someone or going for their legs, diving for a loose ball, they don't really call nothing. Now, Alex Caruso, he's a big, and I mean big, big reason behind this whole take. Don't get me wrong. Alex Caruso, heck of a defender. He held it down against Jan. He held it down against Jokic, and he's holding it down on defense for OKC and against Minnesota. But there's too many times where I'm watching the game and I'm like, yo, Alex Caruso is getting very handsy, and they're not calling a single thing, and that's really throwing me off. So that's something that if I'm a Grizzlies fan, I'm watching these series. Just don't honestly just looking at how it is and how we play defense compared to other teams, especially against a team like OKC, I'm not gonna say there wasn't a chance, but it would have been way more difficult. It still would have been difficult. It's just something that really grinds my gears, especially when it comes to the idea that we have a point guard like John Morant who drives all the time, and that's another thing. People, when it comes to SGA, people say, "Oh, well, he drives the ball a lot, so of course he's gonna get a bunch of free throws and stuff like that." John Morant drives a lot too. I can tell you right now, as a fan, he does not get nearly as many calls as SGA, and that's a problem to me. That's a big problem to me because it's like you're not calling the fouls, you're not protecting the player. I mean, we literally watched John Morant. We literally watched John Morant get knocked out of the air on multiple occasions, and I want people to come realize something. We watched multiple occasions last year where John Morant was not was not protected by the league. I mean, let's be real. Go back early in the season when they played the Lakers. Christian Coloco knocks him out of the air and for alley oop. People's response: well, maybe you shouldn't be going for it. Maybe you shouldn't be going for alley oop. Like, it's just that simple. Like, they say that like it's the easiest thing ever. Then you fast forward, Lou Dort does what he does, and it's just like, okay, the league is not trying to protect one of his players. Fine. So hopefully Ja Morant could play his game around that because it really is frustrating as a fan to see that he's not getting nearly enough treatment compared to the other players. So hopefully that's something. That's why I say honestly I hope he develops a shot because as much as I like John Morant driving, they're not protecting him. So it's just that simple. But um, the playoffs right now they're interesting, but I will say maybe it's just this year how it ended. It's hard to watch some of these games. I can't even lie. It's hard to watch some of these games. I'm finding myself honestly, if I see how the game is going, I'm just turning it off early. I'm not even watching the whole thing because it's like I know how the Grizzlies could have did, and it's frustrating to see other teams have the success that the Grizzlies could have had. And I mean, I guess you could say a similar thing happened in 2023, but I was in tune with 2023. 2023, I was watching majority of the playoff games even after we lost in the first round to the Lakers. This year, though, it just I don't know. Maybe it's something about Shea possibly making his first NBA Finals, and I don't know. I'm not trying to come off as a hater. I'm really not. I just want to see my team in that position, and we could have been in that position, but we dropped the ball. It's just that simple. We dropped the ball, so the playoffs are very different without John Morant. I can't even lie, and this is why I really hope next year they get it figured out because man, I don't know. It's something about not seeing 12 in the playoffs that just really hurt. I can't even hold you. So, something else that I wanted to get into. Sham Sharanigan went on the Pat McAfee show and essentially said a lot of GMs, a lot of teams are essentially preparing for a very hectic offseason. Like, he said verbatim, this could be the craziest offseason we've ever seen. Now, if you remember, the 20 I want to say 2016 was kind of a crazy all season. It was really 2017. Yeah, it was 2017 that really was a 2017 2018 was a crazy off season. But for us to have this, for Sean to have essentially this taken with the inside sources that he has, as a Grizzlies fan, this is kind of good news. This is honestly good news for you. I can't even hold you, and the reason being because you think about the moves that the Grizzlies need to make to become a better team, become a championship team. It essentially some things like this, in my opinion, and I truly mean in my opinion when I say this, it makes the team think maybe we should go after that maybe we should go after this player. Maybe we should ask this team, hey, what's the asking price for this? Or, just other things. It makes the Grizzlies become aggressive because if I hear that 29 out of 30 teams are gonna be aggressive in the all season, why wouldn't I? I'm not in a comfortable position. I mean, that's the whole thing with the CBA. Most of these teams can't keep cores because of this new CBA. So we're around that time where it's a struggle, and with this being the time period, take advantage of it. Literally, take advantage of it. Be aggressive. Get the guys that you need to get. I mean, I've already put my takes in about who the Grizzlies should go after. I truly still think the Grizzlies should make a play for Jonathan Kuminga. I think they should get a center in the all season that can come in for Edie, that can play better on the pick and roll, and even give Edie some pointers. Just simple things like that. And obviously get a better bench. Get guys that are established under Nikhil Alexander Walker. Maybe even a Herb Jones, some players that can, come off the bench and provide an impact. I mean, I'm watching these teams like Minnesota. Minnesota's bench is already good, and then they throw in Terrence Shannon Jr., who's now become a key bench piece for this series. So it's like the possibility is there. The possibility is there. Zach Kleiman has to be aggressive. If this is going to be the craziest offseason ever, and the Grizzlies don't do anything, we are going to see dark things happen for this team, and it's not going to be good. Might even see some of the fans turn on the franchise. Hate to see that, but that's just the reality. They got to wake up. They got to wake up because the fans are going to grow frustrated, and the fans go frustrated, the players go frustrated, and that's how teams in small markets don't succeed. So Zach Kleiman really got to wake up with this one because if we have the craziest all season and nothing is done, that's going to be a problem. Now, something else this all season that I've been noticing, and really somebody pointed this out, saw it actually. We haven't heard anything about the Grizzlies working out any of the players from the combine, or just speaking to any players rather Now, granted, oh, excuse me, the Grizzlies do have, I believe, the 48th and the 56th overall pick, so two second round picks. In my opinion, and I truly mean this, I don't think the Grizzlies really need more second round picks. I feel like we're past that point. I feel like if there's a deal for a player and all they're asking is for a second, I feel like I'd give it up at this point. Not saying not saying they need to be in a forget these picks type of situation, but at the same time, if you know these players aren't going to have an immediate impact on the team, why keep them? Just being honest, why keep them? Yeah, like we haven't been afraid to trade other picks away. We should be open to trading these picks, and that's just the reality. Now, unless I'm tripping and the Grizzlies actually do have some potential guys for those second round picks, then I have to take back what I said. But the reality is, do those picks really help the team? Probably not. Now, as the all season goes on, maybe we find out more with the picks. Maybe we look at some mocks and see how do these guys with the potential of joining the Grizzlies impact the team. So that'll be something that we just have to monitor. But if you ask me, put them picks towards a good trade. So that's just the reality. Like I said, very quiet day news wise. But yeah, Grizzlies got to be aggressive. Grizzlies got to do a lot for this and that. So that's going to be a wrap for this one. Now, I really just hope that we find more out next time. And obviously, once we find it out, I'll bring it to you guys, report on it, and get my opinion as well. Make sure to leave a comment if you want to talk about anything, or if you have any opinions, I'll make sure to read through them. Now, make sure you like this video, subscribe to Grizzlies Daily to find out more, and turn on those post notifications to find out when we upload and how you can listen. So, see you guys to the next one, and make sure y'all stay blessed.